Working with TeamLogic IT has been one of the best changes that we have ever made. From an IT standpoint, we had lots of back and forth with different companies that would come in and they'd be good for a while and then they would kind of slack off. We would not be a high priority for them anymore. TeamLogic IT has always made it very clear that we're still a high priority for them. That's priceless from our standpoint. Every time we have had some sort of an issue we needed immediate resolution on, there's always someone there to answer the phone and get back to us. They're 100% professional all the time. They have gone so far out of their way to make sure that we don't ever have downtime. When we do have downtime, they find a workaround for us. It's the little details like that that keep us feeling like we're the high priority for them.
You should use TeamLogic IT. They're an excellent vendor, a good business partner. They provide excellent service in a timely manner. We trust them implicitly with all of our data, and we allow them access to everything. They monitor our system, and we have very little downtime. They do feel like part of our team. They are head and shoulders above any other vendor. They're very responsive. We're a statewide organization with many satellite offices. They service the entire organization.
Well, we've worked with TeamLogic over the past 3 or 4 years. They've done some database development, and about a year ago, we decided to bring them on to manage all of our IT equipment, all of our IT relationships within the company. That was probably one of the best decisions we ever made because we had a freelancer handling the IT before TeamLogic, and they were not responsive. With TeamLogic, it'll take a matter of moments before they address the problem. They usually have either come out here, or they have a weekly visit, which was completely unheard of with our previous providers. So I'm sure they really are the best option out there for IT management. I am probably the worst at maintaining security on my personal computer. I used to have all of my passwords for work and personal accounts on a spreadsheet on my desktop, which is the absolute worst thing you could do. They saw this through interaction with me, and I used to joke about it. And they took the initiative to put me into a password management application. They had free reign of all my personal accounts and everything. I think that speaks towards my trust in them to access any of our data, and I have no qualms about that whatsoever. I had an experience where my data crashed on my computer, and I had been under the impression with my previous IT provider that I was being backed up on a daily basis, and I found out that I wasn't. It cost me about $2,700 to recover what data I could from my crashed hard drive. Now, all of our equipment is backed up on a daily basis in the cloud. We're not chugging through old servers and things of that sort that are vulnerable to security and everything else. We've got a streamlined way that we back it up. I feel a lot more at peace.
I highly recommend them. I think that Mark and Don have created a company with integrity, that they are committed to excellence, and that I couldn't more highly recommend somebody for IT. It wouldn't even cross my mind to start looking for somebody else because I'm just 100% satisfied with them. Initially, Mark spent a few hours with me asking me what our needs were, what we did, what our processes currently were. We set another time up for Mark to come back and to give me a proposal. Mark had everything detailed in writing as far as the procedures that would happen, the timeline that would happen, and the cost that would be incurred. Spent a lot of time with us initially explaining things about what they were doing and why they were doing it and how the process worked.
They're easy to work with. They can put complicated IT issues in easy-to-understand language. They don't use a lot of lingo and complicated vocabulary that, as a non-IT person, I wouldn't understand.
You should use TeamLogic IT because they are small business that understands other small businesses and specifically our IT needs. They monitor the backups for us, and if they do see issues, they will send us a report, and not only about activity on our server, but also some of the data storage if we're getting close to our capacities. We'd really appreciate the way that Mark keeps us abreast of problems before they arise, because we certainly aren't looking out for that day-to-day, but they are. They have remote access to our data and in the line of work that we do. The data that we have on our server includes all of our drawing support to topography and maps. We trust Mark and Dawn implicitly to continued access to all of our stuff. The biggest thing with Dawn is she's extremely responsive.